short component. After the shorting, they replace the IC and the fault resolve. But the reason why it's matter. So if you want to learn this kind of 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Now 15 had a 583 and the 16 is a beep. Now in the 16 front of it's a cathode. That means it's a 16. Hello everyone, how are you all? Welcome back to the channel again. I hope all are you good and learn something new with it day by day, right? So today we have another phone for as a study case, right? I hope you like all the study cases and all the information whatever I share with you, right? And it will be helpful for you, right? And thank you so much for giving me love and care in the comments, right? Now today we discuss about this phone, right? A study case basically. Now this phone is a Samsung, right? Samsung A125, a normally common phone, right? In this phone there are some common faults. One of the common faults like a no light. So similar fault come to us today. This phone, a Samsung A12, right? A125F, right? Now in this phone there is a no light. So with troubleshoot, right? I mean to say diagnose in front of you. I know this is not a big fault for the experienced trainer. I mean to say for the experienced person this is not the big fault, but there are a lot of person watching my videos, they get not about a good idea about the circuits, right? How the circuits work, and I will always try my best to explain you in it deeply with the proper diagrams, right? So they will learn something new, right? I hope. And today we diagnose this. So first we turn, I'm already open this phone, right? Now we try to turn on, and now this vibrate because of the graphics. This is not visible. I mean to say graphics is visible, but there is no light, so maybe you did not see, but it's vibrate. Now let me help you. Now look at here in the light of with the help of the light, maybe you will see. Now there is a second logo, maybe you see Samsung, right? And I think this will be shown to you, a second logo, a Samsung, right here. Look at this formation. I think this will be visible to you right here. I will try to show you. Wait a second. Now look at here. This is an emergency call. Maybe I think you will see here, and the sound is also visible. 1, 2, 3, right? So in this phone there is a light issue. I think this will be clear to you. Now we diagnose this phone, right, with the proper detail. So I hope you like this video. So let's try to diagnose. First of all, we remove this back panel. I'm already unscrewed this phone, right? Okay, remove the battery and the flex, the on off switch, and there is a screw here. Let me unscrew it. Okay, now the board is out from the middle. So we open the motherboard and remove the all accessory, right? Now we test the motherboard. The motherboard is also a clean from both sides, no work on it, right? From the either side there will be a no work on it, right? No one touch this board, thus this board is properly sealed. So we test why the light does not work, right? So in a light section, we already know there is a 2 lines. In a connector, I mean to say 3 lines, but eventually it's a 2 anode and the cathode. Cathode is a 2 connections. So we test the anode and cathode. The multimeter is on a diode mode. Let's see. Right now, which one pin is anode? For helping, we open the Borneo. Right. So the Borneo is open. Now we just open the Samsung, and the model number is A125, and this one. Right now, open it, and we're taking help the hardware solution first. If the fault does not clear through this, we go further to the schematics, because in the schematics there are multiple lines, and in a hardware solution they did not show all the lines. But for a easy solution, we first take a help through a hardware solution, right? So I open the hardware solution, right? Now this is the connector. Okay, so pin number, right? First we check the anode line, because this is the high voltage line, and most probably this line is a faulty for a reason, right? A short circuit are open for many reasons, and this phone Samsung A125 is a common fault related graphics and the light. Sometimes it's a 1.8 line from the PMU is also missing. So we diagnose one by one which line is faulty and why. I'll tell you a proper detail with the depth, right? One. Now pin counts 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 15 is cathode and 16 is anode. In front of there is another cathode. As I told you, there is a 2 cathode and 1 anode. So particularly we first diagnose anode. So we switch to the microscope camera, and this one is a connector. So we test one by one the multimeter on the right side, right? And we test pin number 16 for the anode. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and the 16. The 16 is beeping. I mean to say this is kind of a short, right? Now 15, just a second, maybe it's touch here. No. Let me count once again, maybe something wrong. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Now 15 had a 583 and the 16 is a beep. Now in the 16 front of it's a cathode. That means it's a 16. The 16, right? This one is 16. 15 cathode had a value, and the anode is a short. Now this line is a short, that's why the light does not come, right? Now we go to the Borneo again and see, follow this line. Now this line come to, there is a capacitor and there is a coil, and after this line connected with the diode, right? And after connected to the IC, right? Now if we remove this IC, I mean to say, if we check here on this part, or let's say there is a coil. So we remove this coil here, right, or this one, right? It's look like a coil or resistance, right? For the confirmation, we go to the bitmap or schematics. Let's say open the bitmap here. So pin number 16, this one is anode, the reading is 415, and it's connected here. So the L denote means this is a coil. So we remove this coil. After removing the coil, we get a good idea the fault on this side. Maybe one of these two capacitors are short, or the line internally connected to the ground, because this is a high voltage line. So sometimes it's chances, right, this line under the layers connected to the ground, right? Or if this shorting from this side, maybe these two big capacitors, this cap, or the shorting comes from the IC side, under the IC, right? So we work on it. Right now we go to, for the clarification, we remove this shield, we cut this shield, not properly, because in this area, right, there is a capacitor or coil. So we remove this coil, right, and after removing, we get a good idea, right, which side we work, right? It's not a fluking like this cap remove, and remove the IC. We work on the process. We work according the process actually. So we have a drill, right? So we cut this shield from So I think this model is a different. So we see 127, right? It's a different model, right? We see a different 127. I thought it's a 125. Let's open the 127. It's my mistake. So the anode line, check the anode line. It's still 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 16. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16. So through this gap, right here, so we check here, so we get a wrong idea. So under the microscope we get a wrong model choose. Actually it's a similar model, look like a both similar model, 125 and 127. Sometimes we also create mistakes, hairy mistakes. So we check here on this line, there is an anode. So the anode is short. It's a clear sign the anode is short. But according to the Borneo, when we go to the Borneo, now there is no coil, so we go to directly to the this side. Right, on this side there is a 2 capacitor, and the higher chances one of the capacitor short, because we repair multiple phones on like this situation. So we cut this shield here. Right now, it's okay, sometimes we also do mistakes, so it's a little mistake, it's not a big thing, right? Okay, we'll go to the, so we remove this side now, and sometime, right, under this shield right here there is a first we remove this here, and we had a get better idea to where we cut the shield. Right, so we cut here and cut here, cut here, so let's move on to the microscope. Now there is a 2 caps right here. Now we go to the Borneo first of all. So we check here these 2 caps, because most of the chance these 2 caps, one of the cap were short, right? So we check these caps one by one, go to the microscope cam, and this cap is looking not so good, right? And this line is short, so this cap does not look good, so maybe this cap is faulty. So first we remove this cap, right? After further we diagnose, right? So we remove this cap, right? Let's check this cap is short or not. This cap is short, right? So we clean this and check the phone. Now we test again the shorting remain or clear. This side the diode value is available, this side diode value is available. So we let's a small mistakes, right? Now we plug in and let's see. Problem solve or not. cool down the board. The board is cooled down. Let's fix the board and let's see whether it's turned on or not, the light is coming or not. Still there is no light. Still there is no light. Still there is no light. Only a Samsung, right? A Samsung logo. Now let's check further. Where was the fault? Still there is no light. Even we remove the short, right? Now there is no short here, but still there is no light. So we further diagnose. हाँ जी पंडित जी, नमस्ते जी, बोलो. Now we go to the microscope cam. Still the problem is same. Now further we diagnose why the value is here. Now let's see further. Go to the Borneo. Right here, from this line connected to the diode, right? But we get a value here. So let's diagnose this. We go to the schematics and see the IC one time, and we get a better idea. So this one is the IC, not this is the diode, and this one is the IC. Use 6000 and copy paste and next zoom. So this is the IC here, right? Now the anode line is here. So we get a value on these capacitor, these two capacitor, right? Okay, on the diode side, let's say diode side, check the value for now we check the value on diode side. This side we get a 573 on this side. On this side we get a 524. No, that is abnormal. This is abnormal reading. We cover this CPU. Let me cover this. So we remove a coil, right? Now this coil, let's test this coil is open or not. Right here. So this coil is open, right? So this is the reason. This coil is also a reason. So we replace this coil, right, with another light coil. Right now we check this coil. This coil is beep, so this coil is okay. We replace with this coil. Coil is fixed. So let me check here. Now we check the both. The reading. So now it's okay. Now let's fix this and check this to the motherboard. It's still hot. Let's try to turn on again. The phone is turned on, the light is coming, right? So the fault, right? Now first turn on the phone. After I will tell you about the fault, how the fault comes. So phone is working now, right? Phone is working. Maybe it's a water damage also, not water damage, maybe in a display, something. So phone is okay, right here. Right, the phone is okay. Now let me explain to you why. Now let me tell you about through schematics how this fault we clear, right? I mean to say or fix this fault. So first of all, this line is anode, right? A 24 voltage. On this line, when we measure on connector, right, this line is a short, right? So when we diagnose further, right, so this capacitor number, let me see which capacitor is short. C6004. So this cap is short, right? It's look like a burn, so we remove this capacitor, right? After removing the capacitor, the short is short, clear, right? When we turn on the phone, but it's still there is a no light, clear. There is a no short right now on the connector side because there is a cap shorted, right? If we remove this cap, but still there is a no light. So when we diagnose further, right, now when we check the diode, we get a abnormal reading for my experience, right? Now on the other side there is a coil, right? So this coil is open. When we remove it, this coil is open. Now why I doubt this coil? Let me tell you. When the short is on anode line, right, the phone heats, right, because this is a heavy line, a 24 voltage line, right? So when the phone heat, I mean to say this line, the whole load, the load came to this coil or this IC. So the chances are this coil open. So we see in this case, because the coil, look at here, because the coil, it's look like a, internally it's a wire. So when this wire heats up, or you can say the load increase on this coil, right, it's break internally, right? So it's open. So when we remove and replace with the another coil, it's working, the light comes in, right? Because through the experience, right? So if you want to learn this kind of the circuit tracing, and if you want to know why the circuit behave like this when a fault comes and why the fault creates, let's say in our case this coil is open, right, also a short, a capacitor. The mostly technician, it's normally found the short, they found the short component. After the shorting, they replace the IC. By chance they replace the coil, right, and the fault resolve. But the reason why, it's matter. So if you want to learn this kind of the tracing, right, the circuit, how the circuit works, you can join us. We provide online classes, so you can join and grow your future in mobile repairing field, right? So if you want to join, then WhatsApp, right? So we will meet you in next video. Hope you like and understood how the circuit work, right? So we will meet you in a next video, right?